So right now you have Twitter above $48.30 for the day. This represents a huge profit since I upgraded the stock to buy $35 where short positions were covered. Yesterday I remind you all that you had the opportunity to buy Twitter after hours on weakness. The stock was initially selling to $38 and today it is $48.40. So at this price you are going to reduce the size of your long position in Twitter since it is a less risky strategy, okay? And then the rest you can use trailing stop, and I will continue following up Twitter as well as Amazon and many other stocks that we have been recommending in the live streaming Dubai Air Show for non-professionals and professionals. So you see here Twitter, I repeat, $48.40, and you can take some profits on the stock, and congratulations to all of you that invested in Twitter, once again following our recommendation. Very important one to take profits in Twitter at $35 and to reverse at that point. This was a call made already a significant time ahead of earnings ago. If you followed the action in Twitter, you could see that the stock didn't rally for quite a while. That is very important because it gave us a consolidation phase until earnings announcement. So that was also an opportunity to add to the long side, to confirm that Twitter was not going to trade below or much lower than $35, and also important that you should add closer your short position there to reverse to the long side, and by doing so maximize profits. And the strategy that we used in Twitter, in the end it was the same used in Netflix, closing the short position, going long 323. The same situation in Amazon, 291.5 down to 285, and many other stocks that I discussed here every single day, and today you realize that was the correct strategy. But there were some exceptions that I also addressed in the blog and here in live streaming. For example, the case of GoPro. I didn't recommend to go long the stock or to remain long the stock through earnings, okay? So that was an exception to the rule. And the other exception, but that even more important in my opinion, the case of Alibaba. In that case, we recommended to remain short the stock without any doubt whatsoever. So against everyone else's projections, we bet on the collapse in Alibaba, and also we proved that analysts they were wrong by downgrading or having at least very poor projections and price targets in stocks like in particular Amazon, that proved to be one of the best gainers in the market since my upgrade to strong buy. So the stock basically gained almost $100 per share, and you had the opportunity here to make your year 2015 within a matter of a couple of weeks. So you don't have to be always in the market, you have to follow the guidance, and the guidance, it has been very clear, and I'm happy if you listen to the comments here, because the more you make, the more you can make. And also I give you some rules which I consider important for capital management, and this is what I have to say for the day. So Twitter is now $48, as you can see on the screen, $47.95. Every day we announce a target for the day, on the high hand, on the low hand, and in this particular case today it was announced that $48.40. These real-time trade alerts, it gives you the opportunity to manage your capital efficiently, also to take advantage of short-term trading if you want to, and it gives you the opportunity to also manage your positions, swing positions, and swing trading. It is rather different compared to short-term trading. So that is some certain things that we discuss here that we consider quite relevant for people to understand the different strategies in the market, also that they can mix strategies in order to maximize profits. But I'm very happy for these calls made in the stocks, companies that no one believed in, and I'm referring again to the case of Twitter, the case of Amazon, but also the case, very important one, company reported yesterday, LinkedIn. It was other terrific call because I upgraded that stock to strong buy. As you can see on the blog of the company, a live trade call made around or below $150 if I'm not mistaken, okay? So that we invested in LinkedIn, having in mind that in my opinion LinkedIn it was going to be even better compared to Facebook, and that proven to be the case. So invest in the market in quality companies after the crash, after profiting from the crash, as we demonstrated already twice in Twitter, as we demonstrated in LinkedIn, as we demonstrated in the case of Amazon, as we demonstrated in the case of Netflix, but then also having in mind the long-term trends, okay? Because there is the volatility, in many cases it is very high. For example, the case of the example of Netflix, but then you can use that volatility. I mean, Netflix is not going down to that strong buy rating, the 50 to 86, you understand? So the fact that the stock plunged at $130 per share became a buying opportunity, as I addressed before last year in 2014. And this is related to mid to long-term trends and also the overall market. But bear in mind, one of the things that you have been here also learning is the case of following this activity with DTFs. So you have to learn how to invest in the market following the activity in ETFs. And here I give you also guidelines, and I'm referring to this, for example, the power shares, the Qs, in the case of tech sector, or in the case of financial sector, I'm referring here to the FAS, this is other example, or the social media, you have this ETF that is the SOCL, okay? So today we are going to see here, for you to have a clear, we are going to, so this is the chart in Amazon. You see that is amazing, the performance of the stock. On the contrary, you have here the performance of Alibaba. So the stock collapsed from last year, where I told you to sell the stock all the way down. Today the stock got a new low, $85 an hour. That was my target for the day, around that price. And for example, you can also see here that the crash, the total crash in GoPro, above $95 all the way down to that $45 an hour, okay? So if you wanted to buy the stock, you had to, in first place, to profit from the crash in GoPro. Moreover, for example, the case of Netflix, you can see here on the chart, the pretty much similar activity as in Amazon. So this was the first one to buy, and then you had the opportunity to do it. If you didn't, if you were not in Netflix, or if you missed Netflix, at least you had Amazon. Amazon, that in my opinion it could be by far better than Netflix, and I explain why. Because no one expected that to happen from Amazon, okay? While I would say that it was more likely to expect something like what happened in Netflix compared to Amazon. So Amazon killed everyone. I'm referring to short sellers, because and then what is funny is also that we commented yesterday the fact that in Amazon yesterday, and this after the rally, the analysts, they, as usual, they jump in and they upgrade the risk targets in Amazon. Well, this happens for the reasons that I already mentioned yesterday and before on live streaming, and I think that this is very important for you to understand why they are doing this, okay? Because these things, they happen not because they bought the stock at 285 or even at $300, and you have to understand very well what is the game played, not only in Amazon as well as in the rest of the stocks that we discuss here, because the game, it varies, and if you don't understand the game, you see that the game, for example, the strategy, the philosophy used in Twitter, it was the same as in Netflix or Amazon or other stocks, except the case of Boeing, which I didn't sell short, okay? In the case of Boeing, it was an investment, and I recommended not to sell short Boeing, but instead to buy the stock. There are some certain stocks or certain companies that we do not sell short for reasons that I don't have to clarify here. So, again, changing to Twitter, you see, for example, the stock is now 47.66. At least our call, just during the presentation here, the live streaming, our call at $48.40, it was, or above that price, it was so far quite accurate. Obviously, this is the first momentum day in Twitter. I'm not saying that $48.40 it has to be a top. I didn't say that. I said that you could reduce the size of your long position if you wanted that, and then to see or to evaluate the action for the rest of the day, for tomorrow. Tomorrow it is, well, it is Saturday, but next week, and so on. So this is what we do every single day. Offer guidance on stocks that we discuss here. It has been Amazon, it has been Netflix, Twitter, there are several. And this guidance that, today it is revealed or, mentioned, on Monday it will be likely different, or Tuesday, although there is always a flux of information. You can use then, if you attend these sessions daily, I was going to say that the more information you acquire, the higher probability you have then to profit from the stock market, okay? So, just to go back, for example, to Twitter, the fact that you took profits or you reduced the size of your long position at $48.40, you already saved $1 in Twitter, okay? So $1, for example, if you have, I don't know, let's say 500,000 shares, and you took, you reduced 100,000 shares, you already saved $100,000 in Twitter. Not only you cashed that profit, it is in your account now, as well as you already saved at least $1 since the presentation. And these alerts are extraordinarily accurate, okay? So this, I think you don't get this on CNBC, you don't get this on Bloomberg, you don't get this, my friends, anywhere. And so you have it on your screen, live in real time, for you to understand the value of this feedback live. I repeat, that does not exist elsewhere. I'm going to try to hear. And so I'm going to continue with live streaming show, and to stop meanwhile this recording that I wanted to perform for those that they have not been here to perceive the value of this service that has a ridiculous value, price, compared to any other service, the best return on investment in industry. For example, let's say that you, like I demonstrated just now in Twitter, if you wanted to sell short the stock at $48.40 and you get $1, you just made $5,000 or $10,000. So it is 10 times the price, for example, compared to professional version, 10 times the price that you paid, or more than 10 times the price that you paid for the live streaming session. While if that is we are going to compare to the non-professional version, your return on investment is it can be 300 times, and we have examples of 5 to 6 digit return on investment in several calls that we made here. Okay, and bear in mind that the objective, just to finalize, it is not, it has never been to be right all the time. It is all about teaching you how to invest in the stock market, how to trade stocks, and how to achieve consistent profits if possible, and to tell you everything about the truth. Sorry, my voice is we are always speaking. And that is the aim, is not to, this is not about being right all the time. It does not matter. It is always about the total net balance of profits, accumulated profits, the historical accumulated profits. So that is the most important, consistency, and the fact that the balance of your account increases progressively, so continuously, instead of losing your account in stock market. That could be the case, for example, if you were selling short Twitter on margin after the collapse. For example, I don't know, if you sold short the stock at $38 after the collapse, instead of when I told you to do it at last year at $56, today you are obviously losing a lot of money in Twitter. But that guidance, those instructions were given here, okay? And don't forget that the case of Twitter, as well as Amazon and many others, you had to profit from the crash before you went long the stock. So these things here, they were all discussed, the strategies, since IPO, in fact, not only since several years ago in Google, as in El Pollo Loco, Twitter, Facebook. We have been here following and discussing these stocks for since IPO, okay, and the case of GoPro too. All right, thank you, bye, and I leave you with the code in Twitter. So you saw the stock losing $1 after my real-time trade alert for the day at $48.40. And bear in mind the value of that, what happened, $1. Obviously $1, it is normal just the stock to lose $1, because today it is, after earnings announcement, a very high momentum day. So the stock was not going to plunge, my friends, $4, okay? That is normal. Thank you.